Yo guys, what's going on? It's Duel Unlocked here, and I just got Kog with the brand new Guardian Angel's Charity skill. This skill is so much fun. You get to activate Graceful Charity. Such a cool card to activate as well. Lots of different cool things with this skill here. We'll go and go over it here. So you cannot normal or special summon monsters excluding Guardian Angel Joan and Dragon monsters. You get an extra normal summon of Joan during your main phase. And you can normal summon it without tributing. Reveal a Luster Dragon 2 or Luster Dragon or Guardian Angel Joan to add a Guardian Angel Joan or Dragon Duel monster from your deck to your hand, then send a Dragon monster from your deck to the grave. That is a pretty insane effect. I'll show you guys how I use it here. And if you control Guardian Angel Joan and add one Graceful Charity and one Stamping Destruction from outside your deck to your hand, then play up to one Luster Dragon number 2 and one Luster Dragon up to 2 cards total. So it doesn't have to be Luster Dragon 2 and Luster Dragon 1. You can do 2 of 2 or 2 of 1. And their battle positions can't be changed. So then you also get the Stamping Destruction with the Graceful Charity. So easy ways to get into links. This deck is crazy at link climbing, exceeds, and all sorts of things here. So we went with the deck we went with is running 1 Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, triple Guardian Angel Joan, 1 Grand Tusk Dragon. Grand Tusk Dragon is here for the seals. We have the 1 Tempest. Tempest is like really good here. These are the 2 dragon targets that I send to the grave. I'll usually send Roxrose first for Basil, or so we can summon off with the Red Eyes of D. If I open the Roxrose, I'll send the Tempest, and if we open both, then unfortunate. We run 1 White Rose. Honestly, I probably could cut the White Rose. I don't really. I mean, it seems some play sometimes. We run maximum copies of Guardian Angel Joan and the Luster Dragons here because that is your skill activation. You need it. I bricked too many times with not running maximum copies, so I recommend running maximum copies. We run the triple Droughlet, the double Basil, the triple MST, and the triple Book of Eclipse. For the extra deck with the 1 Ruddy Rose, the 1 Black Rose, the 1 Zeta. This is the one slot that feels like it could be something else. I feel like if you could find like a better rank or a better level 7 or like a level 10, which I don't think we really have, you can do it. You can use it in that slot there. We have 1 Atom. Atom is amazing in this deck. It's just 2 level 6 dragon monsters, which you can get so easily with your Luster Dragons. Nightmare Unicorn, Nightmare Phoenix. We got the Goddess and the IP. So, pretty cool deck. I'm going to show you guys a ton of replays here. I highly recommend you guys try it out. It is pretty free to play, honestly. All the Luster Dragons... Well, okay, besides the extra deck. But if you have the extra deck, this is free. All of these are free. Like, all the Guardian Angel Jones, this is free. I believe this was in a structure deck. You can get both of that in a structure deck. And most people should have Book of Eclipse, Droplet, and MSD by now. And yeah, but yeah, let's go ahead and get into those replays, guys, so I can show you guys the Kog. So I saved a ton of replays. We did a lot of games on stream here. We'll start off with the Sword Soul here. So this is a replay versus Sword Soul. We beat Eldritch, we beat Sword Soul, we beat Striker, we beat Utopia, we beat Heroes. This deck can beat pretty much any deck. I would say the one thing, like, I was running at 21 cards, but I did up it and then increase the amount, because I was bricking, like I said, so that was my final deck list here. So here we go, we're going first. So what you're going to do is you're going to reveal the Luster Dragon, add the Joan. It is very important to have the Joan. This is the entire combo here. It even has an animation. I'll let it play here for the first time. It's a pretty sick animation, I can't lie. But yeah, this is such a cool thing, like Duel Links. This is why I love Duel Links, right? These skills to make things like this happen. Such a cool skill. Guardian Angel Charity, so we get to add Graceful Charity, add Stamping Destruction. So this is what this does. It adds Stamping Destruction and Graceful Charity, and then sets 2 Luster Dragons. That's all one part of the skill from outside, or from inside your deck. So we're gonna go with the 2 Luster Dragons, we're gonna go into our Xyz. The Xyz is then gonna go ahead and go into the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. We can then bring back the Roxrose. Roxrose can then add the Basil Rose Shoot. You can see we're doing a lot of deck thinning here, so that the Graceful Charity can be the most efficient. We go into IP, we're gonna go into the Basil here, summon this. I think this might have been, okay, yeah, here's Zeta, Graceful Charity, so you can see we have Droplet, Book of Eclipse, Droplet, pretty insane. Sword Soul's still crazy though, because they can like almost break through this. The main thing here is like this is a quick effect, non-targeting, pretty crazy. So we're gonna go Sword Soul Emergence here, grab the tie-in. So goes for the Moye, gets the tie here. We're going into a such a cool. I'm loving these animations, by the way, guys. The new Chronicles. I hope I get some of them soon. I'm so close to Rainbow. I'm gonna get the Rainbow and then I'll reset and hopefully get those. So yeah, we're gonna negate both of these because we don't want this to go into the Albaz. We're gonna go Seals here. They're gonna attempt to do that. It is negated here, so that won't work. We're gonna bounce that back. Seals effect here. Grand Husk effect to pop 2. We do pop the Blackout. You can see they still have the long one here, so like you see how much how crazy Sword Soul can be. I'm gonna Book of Eclipse here, and then they're gonna pass the turn. So Tempest is an amazing card, by the way. Honestly, you probably could run more than one Tempest as well. That is another way to increase your starter count, because it can grab the Luster Dragon. And there you go. There is the Surrender. Alright, so we have another one versus Sword Soul. But yeah, like I said, this deck is so cool. A very fun deck here. Virtuous Bonds. We're going second this time. We opened Book of Eclipse. So we're gonna let them go first. Ecclesia. Long. Moye. Chichao. Moye grabs the Summit. Grabs the Emergence. Grabs the Taya. Goes into this. This is like as crazy as a board as you can get here. Like you can see they are on the Dragites, Chichao, and I probably said these all wrong, by the way. They have one set. So we're gonna go, this is us going second. Guardian Angel's Charity, Reveal the Joan, grab the Luster Dragons and the Rocks Rose. Book of Eclipse, they're gonna attempt to negate it. We do have the Droplet, however. So we will negate that, and then their monsters are all gonna get flipped face down. Summon the Guardian Angel Joan. Guardian Angel Charity here. It's the Graceful Charity and the Stamping Destruction, the 2 Luster Dragons. I'm only gonna flip 1 so that I can use the Stamping Destruction right away. To pop the back row, it is a Droplet, so they can't really Droplet anything here on the board, which is good for us. Show the Luster Dragon, we're gonna go with Xyz into the Atum. Atum can get either the Red Eyes Dark Dispel Dragon or the Grand Husk Dragon, which is nice because we can pop 2 here, so that means that the Dragite is the only thing left. The Golden Sword Soul brings this back. Darkness Metal Dragon effect brings Rocks Rose. Rocks Rose effect grabs the Basil. We're gonna go off into the Unicorn. Unicorn blink off, bounce the face down. Graceful Charity, and we can just summon another Guardian Angel Joan. And I believe they're gonna attempt to do this. Bring that. That does nothing, by the way. I think they are only running one Alvaz because they pitched it earlier. So maybe you want to run multiple Alvaz in Sword Soul. I don't know, honestly. But yeah, that is 2 Sword Soul players taken down. I would show you the Eldritch, but that was a very long, very long match here. So I'm gonna go and show you guys Utopia. But yeah, this deck does feel like it can go first or second, depending on like the text you open, of course. So yeah, we'll see. Guardian Angel Charity. So we're gonna be going second. I was trying to bait them to use the counter trap. They just never did. So it made things a little awkward, not gonna lie. Astrotopia. I wish you could have like an extra extreme fast forward button here, not gonna lie. Alright, so there we go. There's that. Makes Utopia Ray. Alright, so we're gonna be going second here, like I said. Grab the Guardian Angel Jones and the Rocks Rose. I was hoping that this would bait the counter trap. They did not fall for the bait, so we go for the Basil. We're gonna go into Black Rose. And I low-key forgot that, so they're gonna use the Prismatic one here. Black, so that gets negated. We're gonna attempt to use the Book of Eclipse, but we know that this is gonna get counter trapped because they didn't fall for it. So we're gonna bring out the Guardian Angel Joan. Guardian Angel Charity gets the Graceful Charity, gets the Stamping Instruction, gets the Luster Dragons, flip the Luster Dragons. After we Stamping Instruction here for some 500 damage, brings those two. Goes for Tom effect, summon Renai's Darkness Metal Dragon. We have to do this way because Grand Tusk was in hand, so we're gonna pop those two. Graceful Charity. We're gonna go into Nightmare Phoenix because you gotta keep in mind that the Atum cannot attack on the turn you use its effect. So we gotta make sure you remember that. I'll show you guys the final rank up here. So I think this was gonna be pretty good. It did take me a good amount to Kog, mainly because we got unlucky a few times, but I would say like we were on a 70% win rate throughout the entire time, which is not bad. Considering like we're versus like a ton of meta decks, like Sword Soul, Eldritch, Utopia. Emergency Call grabs Stratos. Stratos grabs Liquid. Shigana Contact. Honestly, this was like probably one of the weaker turn ones by hero play. Emergency Call. They must have drawn a ton of monsters here. Poly, Infernal Rage, grabs the Wind Karibo, goes into this Sunrise Effect, Crosskeeper, gets the Miracle Contact. There's the Necro Valley. So we are gonna immediately MST. We did open the MST for the Super Poly, which was very good. Get a second Guardian Angel Joan. The reason why I get a second one here is because if they do decide to pop the first, that means we can just summon the second one and then get the effect. Because if they actually interact with your Joan, then you won't get the other skills. So you definitely want to have two if you have the option there. So we're gonna summon our two dragons. We're waiting for them to use their effect. We're gonna go Stamping Instruction onto the Necro Valley. Goes Luster Dragon number 2. Exceeds Shokan into the Atom. We're gonna immediately Arm Dragon. We're gonna go and use our Forbidden Droplet on these two. Mainly so that we can get all our effects off. Grand Tusk effects, pop those two. Summon these. It's gonna get DD Crowed, which is fine, because we do have the... Like I said, we will link this off so that we can attack with it. Alright, because we can't attack with it, so we're gonna go into Joan. And I think this is a fitting way to get Kog with double Joan. So 1100, we gain 3000, and we finish him off with Guardian Angel Joan. What a fun deck, chat. This deck was so much fun. Highly recommend you guys try it out. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, remember to hit that like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. I want to try out Exo Sisters very soon. Also Dark Magician eventually. And there's so many decks to try. This is a W update in my opinion. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the update as well. Peace.